Well, hello there, YouTube. So, I did myself a little shopping at Best Buy today. Told you guys I was thinking about a vlogging specific camera. This Sony that you're watching, it does a great, actually does a fantastic job. But I don't know, it's awkward, and not that it's really awkward, but one of the problems is there's no way of like framing the shot when it's facing you, and it's not something you can stick in your pocket. You know, it is a small camera, but it's not that small. So I wanted something small that I could just keep in a coat pocket and whip it out whenever. I'm thinking, stuff at work, little things that come up at home, things I see on the way to work. Just different things. I I have one of those Roby Gorilla tripod things. They got the little balls, the little flexible legs. You can put them everywhere. So I mounted that to the bottom of this and goofed around, did some testing today. Um, in fact, this is still the same card with that footage on there. Um, well, it's supposed to rain today. It did rain at one point, but I could have rode to work today, so it kind of bums me. I hate caging it on a Friday if there's any chance to ride, but that's neither here nor there. I made a little. Was under a time constraint. Did a rush across the river, across the Columbia over into Oregon to a Best Buy, and I did some studying, and this is what I decided to go with. I don't know if I even have it in the box, so I didn't even pay attention. Yeah, look at that, perfect actually. The Canon G7X, and in my studying of what would work good for this kind of thing, I discovered a bunch of existing vloggers is already using this, which I thought, well, that kind of gives it some credence there, huh? Let's see if we can get this thing open. Let's see what she looks like. Never even had one of these things in my hand. I literally paid for it when I was walking out. Best Buy, they got little cashier things near, where the products are. I literally walked on the shelf and picked one up and held it in my hand. Sight unseen. Alright, let's see what we got here. Typical warranty stuff. Oh, look at that. The last point and shoot Canon I got, there was not a manual. They're putting the manual back in there again. That's way cool. And of course, all kinds of offers, register. I'm sure. I haven't even put any kind of Canon software on my new laptop. That's how long it's been. Ooh, look. It's a black bag instead of its typical white. Well, let's hold off on the camera here a second. Okay, come on. I don't want to take the box apart. There we go. Huh. Oh, my Lord. That thing is like a Chinese handcuff there. Let's get that completely out of the way. I've got a box of goodies here. Well, one goodie. Got a battery charger, and what do I got here? Probably some important safety instructions. I will read that thoroughly. And yet another Canon charger. You have no idea how many Canon chargers I have. It's crazy. I love their little flip out things. These are so easy to carry. Throw in your backpack, and in my haste, because like I said, I was under a time constraint. I had to get all the way from Portland over there. This Best Buy is right out by the PDX, by the Portland airport. So if you guys ever want to visit that Best Buy, it's by the airport. Get stuff out of the screen here. But with my time constraint, I ran out of there and forgot to get a spare battery, or at least one spare battery. So this is a battery that I'm not familiar with, the NB13L. So I definitely don't already have any of these. So this is a new one. These things are awesome. Plug them in wherever. Oh, look, a wrist strap. So, oh wow, no more neck straps. I guess because this is smaller. Because I've got all the G series so far. I haven't bought the G16 though, or the G1X. I like the black bag. That's kind of cool. Here's the beast. Pull him out of there now. Be friendly. The Canon G1X. And what's really, really cool about this, besides its 1-inch sensor that is just incredible, if you guys read any of the reviews, what's really cool is you can flip the screen around so you can frame your shot. Now, if you have this thing, if you're holding this thing at arm's length, you need to be looking in the eye. I mean, the typical photography thing, look in the lens. Well, I can see people using these that you can see their eyes keep looking up. So it's going to be hard to resist doing that. I love the little hint of red underneath the buttons. It's really cool. Very who is it that does that? I think Sony does that with one of their cameras. Anyway, she's, like all modern point and shoots that do video, you just simply hit the video button and she starts recording. You got a control up here, control dial, and a manual exposure controllable, mode dial, your on and off, your zoom, and I guess you can even set this to zoom, but I can imagine wanting to hear that click while you're zooming. So, oh, I love the detents and all the buttons. Yeah, it's very familiar Canon kind of layout there. Look at it set in auto. This is where you want to be. Manual. It's great to have manual on a small camera. And I would imagine that's a physical. Yeah. Nothing worse than electric flash. What's cool about this little flash is you can oh, you can't. I could have swore you could. Oh, that sucks. I can do that on my, in fact, the Sony that I'm recording this on. You can flip that up and bounce the flash. You can sit here and hold the camera and just kind of nose the thing up in the air, and you can bounce the flash. Oh, well, that's, huh. I would have thought for sure that Canon would have made that do that, but I guess not. So it's Wi-Fi and NFC, and it's kind of cool. Canon added a little button here. You click the button and it puts it into a phone pairing, whether Wi-Fi, NFC, or whatever. But that starts the transfer, the wireless transfer. I don't know all the details of it, so it'll take some work. The only thing that kind of concerns me is the mics facing up instead of out the front. On the Sony, they face out the front, so it's somewhat directional. With this, it may, but I guess if you're pointing it at yourself and you have the screen up, it's gonna bounce the sound off the screen into the microphone. So I guess that's not bad. And then if you're holding it out like this, you're going to be behind it. It should pick you up. It'll be closer to you. Anyway, solid little sucker. I would imagine that's some kind of metal. It feels like metal. Anyway, really cool. Nice fast lens. f1.8 to 2.8. It's really nice. And it's touchscreen. This will literally be my first touchscreen camera. Can't believe I've never got a touchscreen camera yet. But anyway, no big deal. I want to go on about this as, it's a $700 camera. The street price is around $650. I'm sure at some point, once the popularity of these things wear off, you'll be able to get them for less or catch them on sale. But anyway, I have no personal knowledge of it yet, but I look very much so forward to playing with it and playing around, experimenting with these vlogs and see how this all works out. I think this will be fun, you know, like at work, because I can just whip this thing out and show you guys stuff at work. I mean, I can do that with my phone, but way better quality out of this with a 1-inch sensor. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's a big sensor for a little tiny camera. That's crazy. And the competition against this, which I guess the latest version is technically a better camera, but it's $300 more, I think, is the Sony RX100 IV, which rumor is this is the same imager. It is the Sony imager that Canon's using, but of course, you know, once it goes from analog to digital and how it's processed is all going to be Canon's sweet little way of doing things. Plus, I'll have Canon's menu system, not that funky Sony menu system. I just, you know, I looked at that Sony and I just, nope. I love this one, this, you know, Alpha 6000 takes the most incredible, the pictures this thing takes just constantly blows me away. Oh, if you're wondering too, this is the Sony's a 24.3 megapixel, and I think this is 20 point something. Should say on here somewhere. Maybe not. $20.2 megapixels. And I don't even know what frame rate this thing records video at. I have no idea. If there's any controls, any manual controls, don't know, don't care. From the footage I've seen of it, it's more than adequate for what I'm going to do with it. So that's it. The unboxing G7X. I can't wait to play with it. So I appreciate you guys watching this thing. It's 13 minutes will be kind of short for me. So I appreciate you guys watching, and hopefully some cool things will come out of this. So I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see what kind of cool vlogs will come out of it. This should be a good tool. So again, thank you very much. You guys have a wonderful day. Take care now. Bye-bye.